and then they look at issues where they happen, because if we now look at the time when we talk to 1988, this now the time that this country will be they operate under a one-party state. And when we operate under a one-party state, all the civic space will actually close. People are not being talk, activism not so day. Even the students they try for do activism, they try for shut them down. So all voices they shut down. So this was the situation at the time. But then few students there were then in a college at the time. Then they dream of a Sierra Leone where they think that they know they happen. Then they dream of a Sierra Leone where citizens that they will get a voice, where people and they sit down and discuss issues that would affect the country, where people and they will ask why don't they happen. So then get that dream day. So when they come on college, then decide for actualize that dream day. So they come together on the 8th of February in Akenema. Now they then form the Network Movement for Justice and Development. And when they form the Network Movement for Justice and Development, they try for scatter this dream so that other people and they really come in. And they do them in a way where be to say that they go to local communities, try for identify development gaps, and try for do the like building their water well, just so that people are going to listen the message and people are going to understand exactly what they really come for. So the basically they form this network movement for can address some of them gaps there about the limited space or the caps, voices, the old people know they get voice, and also for make sure say they empower communities. The communities then mobilize them, teach them what they for able to pass on the knowledge and make sure say they support them in a way they say we will act why this thing they happen to we. If they suffer poverty, then we will ask why we they live in poverty. If they not able to get good roads, then we will ask why is it that we not get good roads but we pay taxes. So all of that na make NMJD be formed. But even though NMJD be start very small na Kenema, within a very short time, NMJD been get for establish, it get for move over to Bo, get for go over to Kailang, and as we speak, NMJD don't become a national organization. So as soon as I do from the introductions they all don't make, if else will get people from all over the country. Now we get offices na Freetown, we get office na Bo, we get office na Makeni, we get office na Karine, we get office na Kenema. So you can see say NMJD now na a national organization. And the founders they also believe in one thing. They believe in that radical liberation theology, where really been there in the 70s and 80s, where they give preference to the poor, where they give God preferential option for the poor. Meaning, as an organization, NMJD, then they guide work. Whatever we do, we make sure say we give preference to the poor. Whatever we say, whatever we do, whatever partnership we form, like partnership will they give to us, ensuring that we address the issues of poverty. And say poverty they come in different forms. Some not to say that the resources no more. Some you go get resources, but still a poor when it comes to governance issues because you don't get voice and you don't get space. So now all of the issues there where NMJD we stand for now, who they form. And why we say also very important is the fact that because of the many things where NMJD they do, if you go to one part of the country, you will say that this number they do. For instance, like we dey meet with some other people, if you to say we all the need and what NMJD do, na just natural resources that they dey work. But that is not it. The organization big, if you go na Karine, then get like the niche, Ikana Kono, then get like the niche, you go na like Bo, then get the niche. So now it make you feel say this kind of opportunity where na you find so that at least we go able to share and people will able to know exactly what the NMJD do across the country.
Wonderful. Continue for still to the program in name na Saliu Kamara in the director of all informations for the Network Movement for Justice and Development National. But they talk to we. Thank you so much for that kind wonderful organogram we don't go about the Network Movement for Justice and Development. Anything interests you where they listen family, please direct text to the numbers 088144366 078 582525 034 980 980. This program where they listen to na NMJD. They get we live na Eastern Community Radio FM 96.5. They get we na SLBC 90.2. The host na Voice of Kono Radio. My name na Mohamed Sila. Now let me come to the district programs manager Joseph Baban Sumana. Since I did not introduce himself earlier on. A whole of this team within at the studio, cross session of them, they na kono from Sunday, Monday to the Tuesday, even tomorrow. Let family know why.
Thank you very much. As I've been listening or when I listen to Mr. Saliu Kamara, he tell when I say the Network Movement for Justice and Development, now an organization where they grow, they learn, they value the importance of the voice of the people where they work. And so every year, members of the organization, when they start, with partners who they work with across the country, and the communities who they work with, all they come together for track. For look at what we've been done do in the previous year, voting fine button, voting on fine button, and voting will improve on.
Okay.
And so this is now the opportunity we will come together, staff with community representatives, with development partners. Today, like we get the councils, we get Ministry of Agriculture, we get from the NMA, Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources. Everybody will don't gather together. One unique thing about this, now for look at with 25-year strategic direction. Now the only organization this way I know so far where it don't develop in 25 years strategic direction. And so from the 25-year strategic direction, every year, every 5 years, we carve out things that we say we will able to do for able to address the issues or the problems where they within the 25-year direction. So this time around, we focus on how effective we've been done there for work in alignment with this 25-year strategic direction. What are the gaps? What are the things that we're supposed to do or not do? And why we not do them? And what we go put in place so that then thing there we will do them in an effective manner. So for the past 2 days, from Sunday now, staff, the people that begin to come, will look at all of this. So today, we will look at, and from yesterday now, we give account, now accountability session as we call them also. Maybe not all the thing we cannot do, for example, where the board office they know, or the freighter office they know, except the top senior management, but not everybody like the community people. So everybody, every area office, give account of what it been done to do, what it don't plan for do, and how effective, what are the challenges, and how it try for address them challenges, what are the lessons learned. So yesterday, that we will look at everybody present, and everybody was happy for learn about what other people do. And so today we spend the whole of today for look at what are them gaps and how we will address them. So we get people over nearly 70 people. The whole the Fatima the
City Council
is full up with people with people were committed. Really, they give information and they also contribute and ask critical questions. So that the reason is why we come together for reflect on the past and build on the present for work towards addressing some of the issues and for make ourselves relevant, continue for the relevant for the next 1 year or 2 years.
Wonderful. For know the relevancy, that's make the Network Movement for Justice and Development. They get this yearly national staff retreats. Now we come to one for know basically you end up with the relevancy. Now we can look at this particular relevancy and importance of this particular annual general staff retreats for the Network Movement for Justice and Development. Make we come to Paul. Paul, what people and set for know about this particular importance? Why this particular retreat is very important? What are the relevancies we surround them?
Well, thank you. Not only this particular retreat. Thing what they do every day from the time we NMJD to establish.
Okay.
every year we meet as personnel or staff members and communities who they work with, partners. One, all will begin the assess research. How far we don't come.
Okay.
We find that important because part of the methodology, the way how they work, we call them action, reflection, action. You know, when they work more, you don't think about what you do. The
Action, reflection, action. Good.
They say think, plan, do, stop, think, plan, do, stop. Then are the action, reflection, action. And the same thing that they will do. And they give you more energy because if you work throughout the year, we have to camp. Some organizations they call a retreat. This year we call a retreat. We call a review and planning sessions. All staff, they can sit down, reflect. What did we do last year? How the country did now? How we planned this strategic plan we'll get for the 5 year and a day in line with 25-year strategy. How it did, how the country they go. If they respond to what they do, we they sit down, we think about that, and then we plan what more we will do, how we will be more effective. So now we make it important. And the other importance about it is it gives chance to all the staff there. If we say all the staff there we know they get chance for see we say for all come together, meet each other, sabi we say, and then we interact and then we pick strength from each other because we don't know what you know they do in their own area, and they give more strength and courage. Say, no, not all one more do this. Other people that they do them themselves, they give you strength, and they give you sense. So they also learn from each other because NMJD na learning organization. We learn every day. Now, if you walk at this session and all the other sessions, always will remind yourself, say, nobody know the we sabi all thing, and nobody know the we not sabi nothing. So we all sabi and we learn from each other. We share our knowledge, we share our skills, so that when we go back, we will more strengthened, we effective. And a learning organization like we NMJD be, we always try for be effective, for be impactful, not create something where people then remember say this it don't affect them, it don't change their life. Will they contribute to change? So now image we not go just walk no more. We will come, we sit down, we think about them, we plan, will be more effective, and will create change. So now part of your own process, we know they ever left out. And I think say other organizations and then companies and they bring their call our AGM. We now so we refer to them as National General Staff
Review
and Planning Session. But this year we call our retreat because we withdraw ourselves from the society or can't sit down and think what we will do next year.
Well,
So
we go can't talk. Yes, Sally.
In addition to what Paul does say,
Mm.
we also use their session there as validation sessions. Validation in the sense we work with communities and we work with partners. So if you can report what you don't do in your community, the community people then also they permit them validate for say yes, waiting this this office don't talk, waiting the staff here talk now this area, waiting the
Yes.
do
Yes.
exactly then as they do.
Yes.
So if they not do so again, then also they are liberty. For say that I wanna talk say una don't do now community, who knows?
You know, you.
So now make we also call them a validation session. I make they bring all the community and before the team and they encourage every one of them. For say may they also it's also the responsibility for validate what you did present.
Okay. Yes. And remember, say these community beneficiaries, I will call them way Sally they talk about all about the country, then be there. Before come to that side, I'll come to Alice. Alice the program director too, and the team lead from the Bombali angle, Karina also. NMJD, one of the thematics gets for do with women empowerment from down angle. We know say Karine, Falaba and the likes now the newly established districts then 2016 where the government of Sierra Leone been do. So let we look at that side as a new districts where they just form, Let's look at how women empowerment day and that side we know say the culture, the respect for culture stands so tall. But look at women empowerment, women involvement into local councils, women going for positions through NMJD. Look at women empowerment from that side.
Thank you so much. Like where Mr. Ansu just conclude, we get a strategic plan, a 5-year strategic plan,
Okay.
and we at the north, we work on one of the pillars. Then, when our pillar 1, when our women's political and economic empowerment.
Okay.
And so we own vision. What we want to see in that project, we want to see increased number of women there in leadership position, not necessarily politics, but any form of leadership, either at community level, district level, or even national level. And so because of that, we name the project Women in Alliance for Leadership and Development, where we get funds from Irish Aid through Turkey. So for this year, we project our 2 years phase first until we probably will write reports, then we will get additional funding based on the outcomes that we will get. But we implement basically in Akarine district, though we get office na Bombali, na Makeni. So we work in our communities and we work at district level. But like I said earlier, what we want for increase women representation in leadership and decision-making spaces. And so for let that happen at the community level, we get groups and we work with. We now in a safe space. We get spaces where we refer to as women-only space, and we get spaces where we refer to as men-only space. So in that spaces, then we get one limba word when I'm a sindama, we may think differently. So basically, we all know say in we cultural setting, especially in the northern area, women them, they know they allow them for day in decision-making spaces. And because of that, the woman themselves don't come, they don't socialize for belief, say, who's a man then day and not for the day.
You don't feel about culture.
Yes.
Yeah, like
where
that
they
taboo.
where they don't accept.
Done.
So say who's a man then day and not for the day, who's a man then they talk and not for talk day. So we they try for break that myth there. So now make we engage them at the community level in a safe space, so woman them. And we get a manual called Masidama manual when they use every week for train them on different activities.
Masidama manual.
Yes. Okay. So like the training, not so like we no more they talk, now like an interactive session where they themselves they try for bring out the problem, what are some of the situation there and then community them. So based on that, they open their eye for let them see say, hey, so if they talk say if I don't want water from the man, I go left and I wash I for my put for and say don't for what I take the bucket can go now. As something that the way really continue in need for continue for happen, or na something that the way not good for me. Or if they talk say I'm born with 5 in a family, I mean at the girl picking. So if we pay and that they left land, so me not forget access to that land then, me bother they for seller and whole all thing. So some of them conversation and they help for open the woman the eye for let them see the reality of some of the things that way they go through and for let them realize say no, this not supposed to happen. And that this and this and this step are supposed to follow for make sure say I come out of this social norm where they continue for put woman then go bien. And so we get our engagements with them at the community level. At the district level as well, we get women network, or we form there. We get the big woman, the young group. We get the small picky, the young group. The big woman, the young group, we train them themselves every month. We train them on leadership skills, them, how they for able for talking to public, how they for able for go for symbol, and all of them things. And we get the picky, the young group when adults, them, like between the ages of 16 to 35. Where then we engage them on leadership skills, then public speaking for them because we know nowadays Sierra Leone where camp politics they say where the woman them, we know they see the woman them. So we want to catch them when they're young because we don't want in few years to come they begin asking back where the woman them. So they begin nurture the young one then now so that they will by the time they reach to the mama the young age, then we don't be more strong, then get the capacity, then we not go need for strain again and spend too much resources because we will don't bring them halfway. So now the essence and the way we get the young women in governance network, where we get the big one, they are the carrying women in governance. And then at the community level, we engage the women and separately, we also engage the man them separately because the man them are the power holders, as we already know. And because they are the power holders, first we hold power, they just come meet and say, give me this power, yeah. You get involved process and procedures. And so because of that, they also engage the man then at their own safe space for let them know say, when we share this power, yeah, evenly, it will help for bring more development and it will reduce some of the violence then what they get unnecessarily because when women feel like you too much they press them, now they go make himself one for overstep certain things and way like you say woman wey don't get empower e one for overrule e no one for respect the man so that make we dey engage the man in the safe space as well for let themselves understand say we need for share the power woman self equally important for take part in our decision making.
Okay, this kind fine talk we don't talk so una really dey try. Thank you so much for that. So you get any reference for me as success stories based on this engagement una be don dey make, like women then come na the limelight of position and come forward, try for wipe that narrative say we always for the back, we need for the behind na cook no more, na host no more. Any case study there for success at all?
Yeah, we get a lot of case stories. I will start at the community level. Like where we start for implement, na carrying a district, like I stated earlier, woman them they shy. Normally we all know say in Sierra Leone context we get different tribes in Sierra Leone, but we get some attributes they working. We can see more with certain tribes like the Limbas because of the Mokuna Kaine and people are always shy, they like the small corner. And so the communities all they work, even when we go do the first inception meeting, where woman they carry all they go sit down there, they allow the man there for the front. So we get some baseline the way we get where they watch and say, woman in the area they are so they need to talk that crowd. Where they kind of meeting that they bow and allow the man them for take the front seat. So with continuous engagements, we don't see woman that they come out now. Oh, when I'm meeting now, you don't need for tell us, say woman they when I come front, they already know their space. They know say they for can't sit down front, they for mingle with the man there. And all in a meeting when they begin beg and say, woman they say when I back talk now, they already know say when they continue whether they talk about something very very important, then say they ace their hand and talk. And so in some of the communities, communities usually when they say youth group. Now, man is also kindede. When I say youth leader, a man is also so in some of the communities, some of the women the way they part of Masidama, they don't thought and fit say now if they say youth group, we say woman there, we say na youth there, as long as they within that age bracket. And so some of them don't actively they participate now at the youth group, and some of them don't even take leadership roles then at the youth group. And also the village development committees, another group that they will they engage at the community level. So in that space, then they would only get women the way they take up leadership position there, where you can part the committees, the way they set up the health committees and other different committees, the way they set at the community would only get women the way they take up leadership there. At the district level, the network women the way they work with. In Kaina district for the first term, we get a huge number of women them we contest, over 18, we contest for leadership, both the councillorship and the MP position them. And even though we young group where we don't they train, we not get anybody will win as MP because the woman will be there they run back and then they get for in second term.
Wow.
But the woman the way they part of the network, we get 2 of them where they are the waiting list. And they name them are the first 5 people among the first 5 people. So we feel like a plus for we. Because we don't engage them, they don't get the mind for even come up and say, they go for the social position. And we get councillor them we aspire, where they part of we group, we get 3 of them we win. And so that is a success story for we. And for we young people, the way we they engage, some of the confidence the way they don't they exhibit now, where we they get a national program, then we they carry them go and then they for go, then they represent them, compete them from the districts, then they participate in radio program. Even yesterday where we they have, they send pictures them and the group where they go do one radio program for raise awareness about certain things that will happen at the district.
Wow.
So some of the successes that we don't get because
All right.
we engage women.
All right, thank you so much. The success them so much. Thank you so much for that one. Let me go quick one na the south. Now the southern part of Sierra Leone, Usai NMJD do so well also. And not for be greedy because the Network Movement for Justice and Development Programs Manager Nakono of last week be there na radio na the same situation don't see be there last week for updates people about things and way the Network Movement for Justice and Development they do NMJD Nakono district. Plenty. Let me come to Paul. Paul, look at what's an involvement of NMJD into strengthening civil societies and any other tangible things so need for about NMJD involvement.
Yeah, we look at the civil society mainly.
Okay.
I'm not going to history.
All right.
We don't do a lot of things.
That's
But mainly civil society, what thing they happen now is that civil society, one of its pillars, strategic plan. I think that pillar number 2.
Number 2 is
Strengthening civil society, so it don't be part of the FIG. So civil society, we don't say civil society we don't start in this country since the war will come to an end in 1999.
Mm.
And this whole idea of civil society come, and a lot of civil society organizations, well, they don't come up. So they not sustain and all that. But very recently, or recent few years back, up to 2017, I think say the government will try for look at how they go regulate civil society. So we own boss instead say before level wait the government can regulate you, level regulate yourself. So in 2017, all the civil society they around the country then go meet and get them out and come up with what we call codes of ethics.
Okay.
So this code of ethics then get for the guide civil society operation around the country. So much that they're not going to call civil society again evil society, but they will call it the real civil society because they play the real actual role, you know. So this code of ethics, any civil society we genuine, we want to do the real thing, they sign on to that. So what may happen all over the country in the 16 district, civil society organization that will sign up to them, we register them. To an extent, Mr. Kamara will tell you say we get a database of all civil society, then we will exist and not say the new one, even the new one they will don't come out. Some pattern they still sign on to the code of ethics.
Wow.
To get a database of them.
Okay.
And we also ensure say the civil society, what we would look at, we call them public interest activism. Anything where the public concern about, we will know say an issue. So the civil society will come together and advocate on these issues and ensure say some change don't take place or influence some kind of law about it. So that they happen. And recently, at least in Bo, you know, say civil society around the country, in each district, they don't belong to this, they call it civil society forum. And so that civil society where we don't, try for reorganize, they call it civil society forum, and the one where they sign onto that ethics. So very recently, we don't see further that when this civil society belong come, although the ethics day, but not much they happen because people didn't go out of that ethics day. So we find out say we need to get proper guideline about this civil society. So we come up with a constitution where they guide how the civil society they operate. In as much as the ethics day, we'll try to make them more concrete by coming up with the constitution, putting somebody for do, putting not for do guidelines. So we call put in the constitution. Than they now. So and like inside the south, all the district they don't see say one, if you're not civil society, you get for subjective to say to what we call renewal of your mandate. If people that don't elect you, you did some time, you know they did forever. You get for come back, you present yourself for renew your mandate. If they want you, they'll put you there. If they don't want you, they'll put somebody else there so that nobody will become indispensable.
Good.
And I think they will try for promote what we call shared leadership. You know, we are going over there all the time. Because now we civil society, now we the gap say, we accuse, especially the government, say democracy, but we need for practice.
Sure.
So we get for show that day. And I think in that day, we don't try for show in the south. But say, when I wait and the civil society leaders, we can present to myself to the members, let them renew the mandate. And when they renew the mandate, we get time now for operate. But not forget time limits. So all and the 90 inside the constitution. Because some leaders, when they belong, elect them from 2017, then they take now. Some man they even refuse for let them pull them in position. Because then they take and say, now money making. And it's not supposed to be money making.
That's all.
So now then thing and they happen. But we dey on am actually.
A gradual
I
process.
Think, yes. And what did happen now? Boyo, we get the umbrella civil society, we will call it the Civil Society Forum. Then under that umbrella, we get the five other group there. We'll call it subcommittees. Like the Human Rights Committee, the District Human Rights Committee, now the Civil Society Organization. It is under the umbrella organization. They will get the non-state actors who they monitor public financial management. Then send a civil society organization. We get new National Elections Watch at the district. Then send a civil society organization, a subcommittee. Then we get what we call people's power movement. Then send a civil society organization. Then they look at service delivery and others. So then send a subcommittee. So now so we do it. And then subcommittee then and then more get the effect for look at the issues where the public concerned about. Then one day we get a subcommittee on disability, we get a subcommittee on health, we get a subcommittee on education. So all in one and then they look at them teams here and look at what are the people that concerned and bring them forward and it will even meet the duty bearers, but then ensure say concerns them they how they will interfere. Like example, we get total called Paul School for the Blind.
Okay.
Then get a lot of issues where the proprietor of the Paul School for the Blind it gets a matron where it expose the beginning to well bad things that for man then can't be beginning there. So the beginning they say they don't want that. So this we get this group, civil society don't go into that issue there. We don't meet the Ministry of Education, we don't meet the district security committee that said, but let them ensure say they get a matron with a mother who will play that role for them.
That motherly role, yeah.
So now they ain't they will do. And last year we see say the city, the central business district of Bo have been congested.
So that particular matron they make mention of so then be end up for
no, we don't meet with the deputy director of education and I said we don't inform them say what you will prepare. Let them advertise that position and make sure say they select somebody with a more than possible. Things they on that process.
Okay.
But we also get the disability committee.
So how the response look like from the DISEC and the DD?
Yeah, a lot of. I mean, they look lethargic, but we don't give up.
Okay, but there is hope. There is hope. Say that story will change.
Talk to the DD, itself agree. Say yes, stand on the right way forward.
Good.
So even call the DISEC coordinator. Like can we explain to a mark?
Good.
The only thing we will meet now, the proprietor na no break am. So we don't meet it. But I think say we still on that issue.
Okay.
So these are some of the things that way civil society they do.
That's so great. That's so great. NMJD talk no go down. Somebody go say NMJD now just like sub governments we do a lot. Before we come to the whole of Freetown NMJD operations, maybe we'll give you one short area outside. Then have done the, then have can do one or two fine things. Quick make I just remind you, say this is now NMJD. And now the studio I get with me Paul Kamara. Paul Lansana Kuroma in the regional director for the Southern region and in the learning and development coordinator for the network movements for justice and development at that side. Also I get with me at the studio Alice Mariama Kamara in the programs director too and the team lead for Bombali and that of Karina team. Now the studio also we get the very Joseph Baban Sumana in the district programs manager. Last week he be with I don't know what you want for talk to the new. If anything new day for talk because he's always like on air for tell people about the things the way they happen. A lot of people update people about things the way they happen based on projects na NMJD corner office. Also now the studio we get Saliu Kamara in the director of information NMJD. So let me come to you for Freetown, both now the rural part of Freetown and the urban part of Freetown. What's in NMJD operation look like?
Okay, thank you. Like I said just now on the first segment of this discussion, I say NMJD starts now. Keneman. So Keneman are the traditional home of NMJD. But when the war intensifies, you find out say everybody be dislocate and relocate. So they open this office na Freetown. And initially the office na Freetown be just stand like a coordinating office. So that if letter come or whatever. But after the war, the need for advocacy, the need for lobbying, intensify and increase, especially the work we need to do across the country. And we can also find out, say, all the MDA, the relevant, the very critical institutions, looking at, international community, government MDAs, all the relevant offices, then they are Freetown. And in advocacy, can't do without relating with the offices, then they. So the office will be upgrade where it become now a full office as the headquarters of NMJD. And for us now, Freetown, we get so much for do because most of the work we can do now there with community, all of which we talk to, it hinge on what we call advocacy and lobbying. And it can allow the people there for participate. But if at the end of the day, not even engage the right people there, even the people that engage at the community level, at the district level, at the regional level, at the end of the day, the voices of the people not going to be counted in policies them in work them in as much as they want us to be. So now that work there we do, we dey work with all we area offices across the country. We not they just say like other offices, okay, wait, they not free time and this specific job they do. But we dey work with all of them for make sure say we anchor the work where they do, let we anchor am with the MDs na Freetown to a point where it will reflect their voices when they make either law reform or they make a new law. Say for instance, NMJD and other organizations, but NMJD play a very pivotal role in ensuring the review of the Mines and Minerals Act 2009. So NMJD with like-minded organizations, we know they this for a very long time. And in doing so, NMJD wants even the people who are affected, the mining community, let SSF make sure that their voice reflects at that review process day. So they organize a lot of, consultative sessions across the country, especially in areas of affected mining operations. So they all give their own contributions, really nice. And I think for the first time, it was really, really very consultative. But at the end of the day, when they not prepare the whole law, when the law come out, they present them to the president for sign, they can discover say a good number of the things that where the people actually voice out, the concerns that where the people express during them consultations, they. So again, NMJD come up and take the lead because if the president be signed that law as it were at that time, it means all of the effort to the make over the years. But let them get the voices of the people, the concerns of the people for be reflected in the law, if for the amount to not. So what NMJD do, they also use the umbrella of NARECH, where a civil society organization as well, where NMJD also they lead. They do a letter to the advocacy and lobbying letter, where they write directly to President Julius Maada Bio, and for say, we don't say, well, thank you so much for at least the Musa have done come so far from the process up to this point to this one. Now this third day now just now for sign, let it become law. But we get concerned as people who be not they follow this process. We feel say some of the views that the concerns that people let me talk where they want for let see at the place there, they. And some of the things that we they it also not go good for them communities there. So would they act that not sign this law aside this law? Who want for let go back, let go look at this law, let them do some changes before you sign up so that it will reflect what the people they say.
Okay.
And thankfully, we get a prompt response from the president. The president say, okay, call the minister. He said the issues that whether people are raised in the letter, they're vital. So now go sit down and look at their concerns the way they raise. So thank God, even though all the concerns the way they raise, they don't rectify them. But some of the issues the way they raise, they rectify them before finally the president signed that.
Wonderful.
And I feel saying an issue that will be done they do, even with the say they don't even produce two land laws. They get the customary land rights law, then they get I think the land commission law.
Yeah.
And I feel saying
of 2022.
Through the Land for Life initiative, they play a very important role. Because remember, even when the FAO and other government agencies they want to organize meetings, they always fall to NMJD. What we mentioned just now, say we get a directory of all the CSOs across the country. So they use them effectively. So NMJD play that role there. Even Usai to themselves, they can raise money where governments not they organize activities in some places. But because the people that we did and people that were also affected by this law, they try for review, NMJD they use their own resources, bring them people and they together, just organize them so that they could get their own way of supporting the process.
Okay.
So that again go well. So now we get they lost their day, the two lost the they normally got now the land ministry.
Okay.
We will all be proud to say, yes,
Okay.
in this we do extremely well.
So, because of time, please, I really want to make you pause something.
Okay.
We'll not get enough time again. Let me come to Joseph Baban Sumana. I don't know whether you're going to give updates on the national cattle settlement policy where probably NMJD in a corner office, maybe you say go use, or let's look at the issue of the Peyanimiyama issue, the involvement of NMJD, or let's look at the strengthening human security project to get for the LPPBs, like they can do the constructions right now at three chiefdoms. Now Kamara, Soa, and that of Bense. So which one I'll forgive you short on probably like 2 or 1 minute. Let me take some text message and calls.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for this opportunity again. Last week I've been there. I talked about the law court between Mapo and Koidu
Yes,
Limited.
Koidu Limited, yes.
I also talk about the cattle settlement policy and what they happen today in the communities. I talk about the women and youth empowerment for Get Boys at the councils, especially the chiefdom councils. I talk about the paralegal work, access to justice programs. I talk about the initiative for climate change. I talk about the savings programs for women. But I just feel touched where my colleague Paul, they talk about School for the Blind.
School for the Blind.
St. Paul's School for the Blind Abo. It's fortunate that similar thing, NMJD McKinney also they work with the persons with disabilities, especially the blind school. Through NMJD, the blind school, McKinney don't develop a strategic plan, a 5-year strategic plan where can go on and on for CSED and do things where they benefit the school and the community. So they don't even form a district association. So not to by mistake, where NMJD, I think so, where we say we don't come in for address the leadership problem. So I just want briefly to give an update on this.
Okay.
NMJD will take over the management of the school as chairman of the school management committee in July 2021. Just within a space of time, I want to be grateful to Koidu Limited and the paramount chief, Chief Paul Gawasaki, where he support the school for rehabilitate, for change the face of the school. Very beautiful buildings day to day. We appreciate them for that. And also other individuals themselves, they come in collectively. They be members of parliament, they be individuals. When I get humanitarian feelings, then they come in at the school for support with school feeding materials, then they come with dress, then they come with plenty things. So, but the leadership problem at the school is very, very unique. The proprietors, they say they don't want the current head teacher and the administrator because they say they know they seek their interests.
Okay.
So they will be removed. And also they want somebody else who will be neutral, who will treat them as proprietors. Because they established the school for two things. One, for take care of their old age. And secondly, for make sure say other people when they come after them, let them come on the street. So we don't do on this. When I come in, the previous deputy director and the proprietor of the school, the first proprietor been there on the radio, very chaotic, everything they out of control. So we come in, we set up a committee, we get advice from everybody, because he said the school they run smoothly. So at some point, we decide to take a decision. The school management committee and the deputy director, we come out with some results. Say, let the present teacher calm down so that somebody else will come in to bring peace. But this will not work. As everybody know, the school picking the way that they at the school, they say, no, this head teacher, if you know there, and the deputy, no school. It will become very, very chaotic, become national. So from there, the teaching service commission, where they tap schools there now for several teacher issues, then come in, they investigate, they give some recommendations. So this year, before first time schools they reopen, they make 4 recommendations. First, the head teacher within the school and in deputy for hand over everything where they get to the chairman of the school management committee. And secondly, the DD Teaching Service Commission and the DD MBSSE, them for advertise the position. And so when they advertise the position, based on that, they produce selections. And so, when I have been the issue. So, but it reached to a time, the school management committee, they hand over everything to me. Myself, I verify, I share that report with them all. Then after which, you find out say the old boys where they did at the school and the school management committee in a different camp. They're on their own. And also the proprietors themselves then get old boys where they're outside the school. So a big tension in there between the two. So when they don't hand over to me, the proprietors then say school not for open. But as he say, if school not open, NMJD and they take leadership, they don't hand over everything. Government to everybody and the picking themselves will blame me. So open the school. The first day they come, they say no school. But when I talk to them, the proprietors and their own team, they're able to understand. So we ask the interested people to apply. The old teacher, then the way they apply. Then also the proprietor with their own interest, they apply. But the tension will be there now. The Teaching Service Commission, DD, and the DT, instead the MBSSC, they decide say the ministry now for can take decision. If not any decision they take, they not go hold water.
Wow.
So after some time, we don't wait at the right to the Teaching Service Commission, the National Secretary, they make a point of duty a camp for some information about what he did do. So the decision at that meeting was that one, the proprietors they accuse the head teacher and in team of corruption. So the decision was that for set up an audit for the school, everything where they happen, my finances where they come, materials and everything for happen. And also the old boys waiting at the school, therefore left. Because they find out say the old boys then they support the current teacher, then they also promote them. Because then they talk good English, people they sympathize with them, and so they say they want to keep them at the place. So they are therefore go, but the ministry for write a letter. And thirdly, some of the teachers when they did at the school, then all they at the campus. So some of them for left, but the ministry for provide PIN code for them. Because you're not going to say somebody left, you not get PIN code, and they're all vulnerable then for left. So it take from this happened in September, in October, say November, say December 9, I consult with the two DDs, and so now we write a letter to the secretary. Then we write a letter to the secretary. And the recommendation was that the audit will be commissioned. Then secondly, schools for open, where food no they say, subvention no come, nothing no come, but the which will be how we not the manage is for come. So I print the letters, I give back to the proprietors. Very recently, we get a meeting where, of course, the DD MBSSC not been there, but the DD Teaching Service Commission at some point he left.
Okay.
So the proprietors and say the school not for open because until they get substantive person.
So in summary,
consultation. In summary, now the school not open. Now the school not open, but the secretary for the Teaching Service Commission, they don't write a letter. If the proprietors then say then they open this school for the interest of the people, why they say the school not open? Now we don't commission the audit don't can take place, they don't interview them, they don't give them who they await the result. And say pass this thing come. So the Teaching Service Commission instead they don't write a letter. We go for call another, secretary to the Teaching Service Commission, they don't write a letter, we go for call another officer that they go for open. Let the school open, let the beginning.
The school.
So
the school
this is the situation. So what in the happen now? You find out say a day everywhere. I don't know now, a very critical situation, but let the public know, people wait them the support, let them continue for support. But this now the current situation where I need for inform the public.
All right. In name na Joseph Sababa and Sumana in the district's programs manager for NMJD Nakono districts. Plenty text messages. I will take few as I take. You dare at liberty for call 0881443660 078582525. We'll not get 10. Really, we'll not get 10. I don't know whether we'll talk to the radio station managers and for 5 minutes, probably. But we'll talk to them, understand, because we are partners in development. Yes. 088144366 The numbers for call now and add voice inside the program. Very first text message I say, kudos to the Network Movement for Justice and Development, NMJD, for the work on they do nationwide. We're glad for you and on our efforts no go ever go in vain. Ali B. Jalo from Kuyona and Senda one day. This another and say plenty thank you to Boo Brimer for the initiation of this particular network, NMJD. Thank you so much. Falaba, we happy for the human security strengthening project. We welcome and we need more. This now Lansana Mara send this is say de na Masofinja. Falaba district. This another one say plenty thank you to the Network Movement for Justice and Development. We kono very happy about this particular staff retreat. We hope for see more improvements in the operations of the Network Movement for Justice and Development, NMJD. God bless you. God bless Mama Salon. This na Abraman Sheku Sise, Isede na Kokwema Benz Garage. This another one say, many thank you, the good. So, we sister from Karine, waiting we need for no as updates for we Limba brother them. I don't know which update anyways they talk. This posse is say in name Alpha Touré. Edena Dombalop, Alpha Touré from Dombalop. I don't know which updates they talk about for me Limba people. I think glad we they insist from the Karine angle. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Touré. And this another one says so many thank you to this message not clear and we'll continue to. And this another one say we appreciate NMJD for the tremendous efforts we they put in place for ensure say elevate human suffering, women empowerment, advocacy for girl child, strengthening human security by giving loan to we mama and sister them na kono. Plenty thank you for the construction of the LPPB's offices then na kono district. We're glad that this don't give new face to we local policy partnership board officers then. Before now, they're not being they recognize them, they're not being they respect them. But thank you, NMJD. Musa Sise, say tap Nasoa. This another one say plenty thank you. So many text messages. You wait, let's see one for call. You can call now, please. 088144366 This other message I will continue with the talk. Say many thank you to NMJD for we wanna choose Kono for the staff retreat 2024. When are the closing dates and waiting on the expect for see after the retreat session? This na Joseph Bangali, he say tap na Yadugo na send this text message, plenty text message. While we wait for calls, please make we respond to this one. Which would expect for see? I think many of them are just praises. You go call now in case you want for add voice to the program. Call 088 144 078 582525. The numbers them for call and be part of the program. Remember, say this now NMJD. They get to live on Voice of Kono Radio FN 98.1 as the host. Eastern Community Radio. Now we sister radio we link to this program 96.5. SLBC also na sister radio we also link to this program 90.2. The host now VOK. You will call me now on 088 144 078 Let we come to Saliu. Saliu, let's start with this question to you. Waiting this particular last text message I take. Waiting the Network Movement for Justice and Development, the end for C after this staff retreat 2024.
After the retreat, we expect to see new plans for 2024 and going forward.
Okay.
We really directly they address the concerns and aspirations of local communities that we work with.
Okay.
Now I make like where Paul and Chris Ansu they say we in an organization we believe in community involvement. no matter what happen, the issues that would affect the people that know them more than we know them. So since we bring all of the people together, we don't can tell them from last year, now this is what we do. But these are the challenges that we will really get. And going forward, what you will say feel say for do going forward so that law will remain relevant as an organization. So then if we don't discuss this thing, from yesterday we begin discuss this thing, and the whole of today we will discuss this thing going forward. What are the things that we really for do concretely so that law address the prevailing situation? Because things that the world dynamic, the activity we do last year we relevant. Sometimes if you say they do and back for this year, not go relevant. So now make we review all of even the situation around us, the environmental situation, political situation, the socio-economic situation, all of it. And that the help we for like at least will always remain relevant, especially with the help of the communities they will work with and with help of the public.
All right.
So in short, we expect to see concrete plans we address concrete things that we concerns the people that we work with.
If Alice gets anything for make us respond from the text messages, he will do that now and start for say Tata message. You get 30 seconds.
Yes, thank you. For me personally, what I expect for gain from the tweet, of course, now a point for let we come and reflect on some of the things that we don't do and some of the gaps that we there. More we see how we go for share ideas. We learn from Kono, Bo, and Kenema and Freeton, and know how we go for incorporate that into work. So for the past few days, hold on, then that whole day, I don't learn so much. Some lessons learned what I don't take. What I feel like I will go put her into my own programming at the north. And for the text person, the person where text where they ask say how in Limba family and Akaine, you Limba family they do very well and they continue for work with the woman then for ensure say they're able for attain that political level they men and then a position of power and authority by God in power very soon in a large number. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let we go to Paul. Paul, you say one for add anything, then you start a message. You say get 30 seconds, please.
Yeah, the takeaway for this retreat. Now, the question you say, now all gets no identifying gaps within the strategic plan. So strategic plan, the second generation strategic plan we don't begin implement since 2021 and they done next year. So we come there with the aim say for enhance the implementation of the second generation strategic plan. Then we look at what thing we don't do, what thing we not do yet, so that by next year we'll be able for don't say we don't achieve most of the objective of the strategic plan.
Good.
But what thing not happen so far, in fact, we don't begin to get projections. What thing will they do even after 2025? We don't begin to get a projection based on the discussion. So definitely we have to get with annual operational plan and beyond.
Okay. So from where they call all these 2 days, you don't see any diamond on ground?
No, what you know why I think say that the weather.
The weather. Alice, where you? Alice?
The same thing.
The weather.
The weather very nice.
We not see no diamond on ground with the waka.
Not yet. I hope say by tomorrow before they turn I will must see.
We're going to watch the ground with the waka.
Okay.
Now come to Sally. We say, you don't respond already. What thing will be you Tata message?
Well, Pastor say, I mean, good night and thank you to all the listeners then following the day with you and even the concern because if you listen to the text messages, you know say people are very much concerned about
things the way they do.
And
Sure.
So say very good thank you to them all. And
yes, we're going to take more calls because the phone they ring right now. We're going to take because of time. They very, very against me. So the hosts for the whole of Network Movement for Justice and Development, any respondent for add to the responses and you've start a message.
Thank you so much. I feel so happy for receiving my colleagues, community people where I don't know from other parts of the country and we all community people to work with. What I take from this workshop, I mean from this retreat is now more work. You know, people then just say, who's the NMJD than the rest? Because when you market yourself, now more people they come and more people want to work with you. So this is to promote more partnership from international bodies, from national bodies, from the council.
Yeah, we'll be there from some participants them. one concern women see because of the kind of thing when them they do for women, they're more like Falaba, carrying way Alice been talk. He say how for partner with NMJD now.
Yeah, so,
We get that money, get that.
yes, I read that. Somebody will come and say, "Want see diamond before you go." And I said, "Okay, I will take you to somebody where he will produce diamonds because you know what be diamonds. So
Alright.
you will see the diamonds before you go." So
Alright.
thank you so much. I'm glad you were there and come for support. The work what they do. But make one announce now. What the NMJD they do here, and they have been elsewhere, and there's great link, the solidarity, the unity that is so great and powerful at this organization. So thank you so.
Thank you so very much. So come